Project 1, Great Rivers of the Ancient World. Introduction. A long time ago, the first civilizations grew next to big rivers. Rivers gave people fresh water to drink, water for their crops, and a way to travel by boat. In this project, you will be like a history explorer. You will learn about the people who lived by the most important rivers in the world. And you will also see why rivers are important in Mexico today. Story. The river that speaks. The Nile River woke up early in the morning. With its calm waters, it began telling stories to Egyptian children playing nearby. "I saw the wheat fields grow," the Nile whispered. "I touched the pyramids when they were new." Far away, the Euphrates River spoke too. It told the people of Mesopotamia how it helped build the first canals to bring water to the fields, and how people learned to write so they could keep records of their crops. Every river had a story. The Ganges, sacred to India. The Yellow River, as wise as a dragon. The Tiber in Italy, which saw the birth of Rome. The children watched the water and listened. The rivers of the ancient world still have many stories to tell. Information, text, civilizations, and their rivers. Mesopotamia, the land between two rivers. More than 5,000 years ago, in what is now Iraq, one of the first civilizations was born between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. People built cities like Ur and Babylon. They invented a kind of writing called cuneiform, built tall temples called ziggurats, and made some of the first laws in history. Egypt, the gift of the Nile. On the banks of the Nile River in Africa, the Egyptian civilization grew. The Egyptians used the Nile's water to grow wheat and flax. They built the pyramids and wrote with hieroglyphics. They believed the river was so important that it was a living god. Ancient India, the sacred river. The Indus Valley civilization developed near the Ganges River and other important rivers. They built cities like Mohenjo-Daro with public baths and straight streets. For Hindus, the Ganges is still a sacred river used in religious ceremonies. China, the dragon of the Yellow River. In China, people lived near the Huanghe or Yellow River. They grew rice and millet and made silk and paper. They invented gunpowder and the compass. Sometimes the river flooded, but the people still called it the heart of their country. Rome, power by the Tiber. In Italy, the Tiber River helped the city of Rome grow. The Romans built aqueducts to carry water, roads to connect their empire, and laws that still affect us today. Their language, Latin, is where Spanish comes from. Learning goals. Learn how rivers helped civilizations grow. Read and write stories and history texts. Use geography and simple science to understand water. Make timelines and maps. Learn about rivers in Mexico and why they matter for people and nature. Activities. Language arts. Read the river that speaks and the information text. Write a story about a Mexican river, Papaloapan, Grijalva, Usumacinta telling its history. Make a glossary of new words, civilization, irrigation, navigation, writing, delta, aqueduct. Class discussion. How are ancient rivers and modern rivers alike? History and geography. Make a timeline of the civilizations you studied. Draw maps showing the ancient rivers and rivers in Mexico. Draw an ancient city by a river with crops, temples, and canals. Math. Read the scales on a map. Measure distances between rivers and ancient cities. Solve problems about traveling on rivers, time, and speed. Science. Build a small model of a canal or ditch to see how water flows. Learn why some rivers flood. Compare the water cycle of the Nile and the Usumacinta River. Art. Make a mural called The Rivers of the Ancient World. Draw or make Egyptian hieroglyphics, temples, or boats. Paint a Mexican river with its plants, animals, and people. Evaluation. What we are checking. Excellent 3. Good 2. Needs work 1. Taking part in research. Writing the river story. Making the timeline. Understanding the river civilization link. Working well in a team and being creative.